Yeah, so I think for the women, coming off of 5th in the region last year and 3rd in the conference, the goal is to always improve. We returned 6 of our top 7, and all 13 from last year, while adding a very nice class of 8 freshmen. So hoping to improve on that, maybe contend for the title. It was a privilege to have Jane go to nationals last year and race in Seattle against some of the best competition I've seen live. So now we'd like to be able to get the whole team to go there.
We're definitely looking forward to working as a team. We've got a really strong group of girls coming back. We've got a really great pack going, so just using that pack, that energy, and going out there and competing.
Yeah, and last year we had an amazing finish at NE10s and regionals, and even sent one athlete to nationals, which hasn't been done in a really long time. And we only graduated one athlete last year, who was super crucial to our team, but it's also really nice to have so many returners coming back. And we're hoping to see if we can make nationals as a team this year. Yeah, I think last year we were pretty close, but we also went into the season knowing it was kind of a shot in the dark, and to see how close we were really fueled our fire and made us really excited to come back again.
Yeah, definitely going to use that from last year, our success, and then try and carry it on this year. And I think we have a strong group to do it. I'm really excited. And
for the men, showing a lot of promise throughout the year, ran well at NE10s. I think we could have run a little bit better at regionals, so kind of with a chip on our shoulder for the men. Same thing, bringing back 7 of our top 7 and adding in Adam, Cliff, and Diego. We're going to be a little bit stronger this year, and hopefully be able to finish that 10K a little bit better.
We're very excited. Alex is going to be a 5th year. I'm going to be a senior. So we're both very excited. We feel like we got it all built up to this point. We got a really strong team. We're returning almost all of us. So we're very excited to be back.
Well, so I actually walked onto the team originally. So I didn't have a freshman season. Also didn't have a sophomore season because of COVID. And the opportunity to come back as a 5th year for the criminal justice program presented itself. Coach Brian encouraged me to do so. So it was really an easy choice after I was able to get into the program and things like that, because it was sort of just a nice way to put a bow on my collegiate career, come back to, obviously I love this team, love these guys and the coaching staff, so great way to just be able to have one nice go around. It was definitely a mixed bag last year as far as like our results in our championship meets, because we did very well at NE10s, but had not a bad outing, but a tough outing at regionals, so building upon that NE10s performance and also improving upon that regionals performance, something that we're definitely very focused on and very excited to do.
Yeah, I think a big thing with especially cross country is we're not doing the same sort of races. They're going from a 5K to an 8K. So I think really just instilling confidence in them that way. It might not all work out at first. It's going to be a long run, not to like make a pun, but like it's going to be a long run, and we'd rather them be ready for the end of the season, and they have so many years left with us. So we're trying to instill the confidence in them that if it's not happening right away, then that's okay. And we're just here as a team trying to improve the chemistry before anything else. We just care about the guys.
So the way I built this team over the past 5 or so years is that we are only going to be as good as our 5th runner. Our 5th runner is the most important runner for a cross country team. So, having individuals run great times, that's always the goal. Get faster as the year goes on, get more fit as the year goes on, and peak at the right time. But to be able to do that as a group, which we've been able to do, we always have groups running together in practices and workouts and in races. So that way it's easier to, want to go do those long miles or those hard workouts, and have the group setting really be what takes us from where we are to where we want to be.
Definitely, like just going there and being able to compete at that high level, and then to bring back that energy is super cool. Like I've been telling the girls, I'm like, we're going to make it this year, and like once we race, if we race that meet, like there's no other competition like it.
Like when we all watched Jane live when she was running at nationals, and the energy just even in the room when we were watching was like so intense and so inspirational. And so I think immediately after that day I started training differently.
I think you said it perfectly. Being able to run against that type of competition, and see what it actually is like at that level. We have a very competitive conference and a very competitive region, but being able to run against schools that, quite honestly, we had never heard of going in there. We knew who the heavy hitters were, we knew who the big players were, but her being able to toe the line and she ran awesome. So being able to see her compete well, if anything, she just has a ton of confidence coming into this year and is able to share that with the rest of the group. So hopefully they feed off of that this season. One of my favorite days every year, to be able to wake up in our own beds and go to a course that we're relatively familiar with. The campus does a pretty good job of turning out and supporting us, and having a track team now too, to be able to come out as extra fans and help set up a little bit beforehand too, makes our lives, that much more easy and that much more exciting. No, I think it's a great thing. Signifies that the administration, the school is invested in what track and field would bring. Makes my job a little bit easier, because for a while we were always competing against all these other schools that had track, and we would be losing recruits because they wanted to run all 3 seasons. Thankfully, I was able to convince a lot of people, a lot of the returners, to give that up and come run just cross country here, and I'm thankful that they did. But just having that as an additional resource, along with Coach Early as our director of the whole program, I'm excited to see where it goes this upcoming year.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're so lucky to have this new program put in place, and I know they're working on building a track, so it's really like the whole running experience, I feel like, is being glorified for us.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's also like easier to like keep our head up when things like don't go our way. Like if right now like somebody's experiencing an injury, or somebody's like feels as though they're not performing at the level they could be, it's nice knowing we have 2 more seasons coming up where we can still have an opportunity to excel.
It's fantastic to see. Definitely very exciting, and a great way to continue to compete year round, and to still be able to have a rigorous practice schedule and get to see each other a lot, get to work hard together. So we're definitely very excited about that, and appreciative, of the school's commitment to running.
Yeah, we're going to be adding I want to say 60 athletes or something. So we're going to go from a 40-person team to like 100 or even more than that. So that's really exciting. We're going to have more teammates to kind of spread the word about track. And it was good last year to get some races in, even if they weren't counted towards our championship season. So yeah, we're going to get going this winter and this spring for our first official track, which has been trying to happen for a really long time. So it's really exciting that Coach and all the rest of the staff and Peter Early were all able to kind of make it come together. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just coming off of some pretty impressive years in the past, and being able to have this additional opportunity it really gave a sense of life into everyone last year, and they're really excited coming in this year. They look good, and I'm excited where this season's going to go.